Hi, welcome to the Wise Archive. Here, we make language learning simple and interesting. With us, you'll forget you're even studying and enjoy every moment. Elon Musk is a man with a big dream. He wants to change the world with new ideas. He wants to travel to space, and he wants people to live on other planets. He also wants cars that do not use too much fuel. Many people know his name today. But his story starts very small. Elon was born in South Africa in the year 1971. The house was in Pretoria, a city with light streets, hot summers, and quiet nights. He was a small boy who liked to read many books. He often spent hours with science books. He wanted to know how things work. He wanted to see the future. His family was not always happy. His parents had problems, and life at home was sometimes cold and difficult. Elon often stayed in his room. He read about rockets, space, and computers. He thought, one day, I can do something big. He looked again at his books, and he felt strong. School was not easy for him. Other children were noisy, and some were not kind. Elon was quiet. He thought a lot, but he did not always talk. He wanted to learn. He liked math and he liked science. The teachers saw that he could understand things very fast. However, he was often lonely. When he was a young boy, he got his first computer. It was not clean and new. It was an old, simple machine. But Elon liked it very much. He spent long hours learning how to use it. He wanted to make games and programs. He thought again, if I can do this, I can do more. One day, Elon made his first video game. The game was small and simple, but he sold it to a magazine. He was only 12 years old. He gave his game, and they gave him money. It was not much, but it was the start. He found that he could make things and share them with people. He often dreamed about the United States. He thought that America was a place with light, sound, and big ideas. He wanted to go there. He thought, I must find a way. First, he went to Canada. Later, he went to the United States for study. He wanted to take chances, to learn, and to make new things. Elon studied at a big university. He learned physics, he learned business, and he learned computers. He looked again at the sky and thought, space is the future. He also looked at cars and thought, energy must change. He wanted to do many things, and he felt that time was short. He often worked late at night. The rooms were dark, and only the light from his screen was strong. He drank cheap coffee and ate fast food. He did not spend much money, because he wanted to put everything into his work. He thought again and again, I can do it. I must do it. People sometimes said, you want too much. They thought his ideas were too big. But Elon did not stop. He wanted to try. He wanted to go forward. He thought, if no one does it, I will do it. This was the start of his story. From a boy in South Africa with books and dreams, to a young man in America with new plans, Elon Musk wanted more than an easy life. He wanted to change the world. In the United States, Elon Musk started a new part of his life. He was young, but he was ready to work hard. He did not have much money. He rented small, dirty rooms with thin walls and old furniture. The bed was not soft, the food was not good, and the nights were sometimes very cold. However, he thought, this is the price of my dream. He wanted to build something, and he was ready to suffer for it. At university, Elon spent many hours reading, writing, and planning. He liked to talk with other students, but he often worked alone too. He thought that time was short, and he must use every hour. When other people went to parties, he stayed in the library. The library was quiet, and the smell of old books filled the air. He read about rockets, energy, and business. He thought, I can put science and business together. I can build companies that change the world. After some time, Elon left school and started his first company. It was called Zip2. The company gave maps and city guides on the internet. At that time, the internet was new. Many people did not understand it, but Elon believed in it. He worked night and day. He put all his time and energy into the company. He often slept on the floor in his office. The floor was hard, but he did not care. He thought, I must work, I must build, I must continue. Zip2 grew fast. Many newspapers wanted maps and guides. They paid money, and the company became big. Elon and his brother worked together. They made plans and looked at screens for hours. The sound of keyboards was always in the air. After a few years, they sold the company. Elon got a lot of money for the first time in his life. He was still young, but he was now a millionaire. With this money, Elon did not stop. He thought, I must do more. He started another company called XCOM. Later, it became PayPal. It was a way to send money online. People all over the world began to use it. It was easy, fast, and safe. Elon thought, the internet can change money. The internet can change trade. He worked with many people, and together they made PayPal strong. PayPal was very successful. Big companies looked at it, and one day eBay bought it. Elon now had even more money. He could buy expensive houses or cars. He could live a rich and quiet life. But he did not want that. He thought again, I must not stop. I must go forward. I must change energy and space. Now Elon looked at the sky again. He wanted rockets. He thought about Mars. He thought about life on other planets. He also looked at cars and thought, they use too much fuel. They make the air dirty. We must change. Many people thought he was crazy. They said, rockets are too expensive. Electric cars are too difficult. But Elon did not listen. He thought, if I can dream it, I can try it. This was the start of SpaceX and Tesla. With SpaceX, Elon wanted to make rockets that people could use again. With Tesla, he wanted cars that use clean energy. These ideas were not easy. Many people said no. Banks said no. Investors said no. But Elon worked on. He put his own money into the companies. He risked everything. He thought again, I can lose money, but I cannot lose the dream. The years were very hard. Rockets exploded. Cars broke. Money was lost. People laughed. They said, he cannot do it. It is too big. Elon sometimes felt tired, and sometimes he was worried. But he stood up again. He said to himself, I must continue. I must find a way. He thought again, if I stop now, nothing will change. If I continue, maybe I will win. The road was long, but Elon Musk was ready for it. He was not a man who gave up. He was a man who wanted to fight for his dream. And so, his story moved to the next stage. The next years of Elon Musk's life were full of risk, fear, and long nights. He had made money with PayPal, but he had also used much of it to build SpaceX and Tesla. Many people thought it was a mistake. They said, he should stop. He should enjoy his money. But Elon did not stop. He wanted to build rockets and electric cars. He thought again and again, this is my chance to change the world. If I fail, at least I will know that I tried. At SpaceX, the work was very hard. Rockets are not easy. Each rocket is big, heavy, and expensive. Engineers came, worked, and sometimes left. Elon asked questions every day. He looked again at every detail. He put his hands on the cold metal of the rockets. The air in the factory was full of the smell of oil and hot machines. The sound of drills and hammers filled the rooms. Elon walked fast between the workers, and he often said, we can do better. We must try again. The first rocket launch failed. The rocket went up, then broke. Elon looked at the sky and thought, we lost it. People laughed. Newspapers wrote, Elon Musk cannot build rockets. Yet Elon did not give up. He said to his team, We must try again. The second launch also failed. The rocket rose, but it fell into the sea. Elon felt the pain in his chest. He thought, this is very bad. Some workers wanted to stop, but Elon said again, no, we must continue. The third launch failed too. Now people said, it is over. He lost too much money. Elon was very close to losing everything. He thought, if the next rocket fails, we are finished. He spent long nights in the office. He did not sleep much. He read reports. He wrote notes. He looked again at the designs. He thought, we must fix this. We cannot stop now. Finally, the fourth rocket launch worked. The rocket rose into the sky. It did not break. It did not fall. It went into space. The workers shouted with joy. They hugged each other. Elon closed his eyes for a moment and thought, we did it. We found a way. At the same time, Tesla was also in trouble. Making cars is not easy. Big companies already made cars, and Tesla was small. Many people said electric cars were a joke. They said, the cars are slow. The batteries do not last. Nobody will buy them. Elon thought, we can make them fast. We can make them strong. We can make them beautiful. He looked at designs again and again. He put his hand on the smooth body of the first Tesla Roadster. The red paint shone under the light. He thought, this car can change minds. But Tesla had money problems too. Factories cost a lot. Workers needed pay. Parts were expensive. Elon spent his own money. He took loans. He risked everything again. He thought, if both Tesla and SpaceX fail, I will have nothing. His friends told him to stop. They said, save your money. Do not risk all of it. But Elon did not listen. He thought, this is the fight. I must not stop in the middle. The days were long and difficult. Elon often ate simple food at his desk. He drank coffee late at night. He read reports with tired eyes. His clothes smelled of machines and oil. His hands were dry from work. He was tired, but he kept going. He thought again, I must not stop. I must continue. Then something important happened. NASA looked at SpaceX. They needed private companies to help with space. NASA gave SpaceX a contract. That money saved the company. Elon felt new hope. He thought, we have a chance now. Tesla also survived. They sold cars, and people began to like them. The cars were fast, clean, and beautiful. More people wanted them. Investors saw that Tesla could win. They gave money again. Tesla was safe, at least for the moment. Elon looked back and thought, I almost lost everything. But he also thought, we learned from failure. We found a way. The world began to look at Elon Musk differently. People started to say, maybe he is not crazy. Maybe he can really change things. Elon felt the weight of the work, but he also felt stronger. He thought, this is only the beginning. After the first big wins, Elon Musk became more famous. The success of SpaceX and Tesla gave him power, but also more responsibility. People expected results. They wanted faster rockets, cheaper cars, and big progress. Elon thought again and again, we must not go slow. We must go faster. He pushed his teams hard. He spent long hours at work. He often slept on the factory floor. He wanted to feel the same air, the same noise, and the same problems as his workers. At SpaceX, the next dream was clear. They wanted to send astronauts to space. The big goal was to go to Mars one day. Elon looked at pictures of the red planet. He thought, humans must go there. It is not only a dream. It must happen. He said many times, we must become a multi-planet species. People repeated his words. Some people laughed. Some people believed. Elon did not care. He kept working. At Tesla, The company wanted more than just one car. The Roadster was a start, but it was expensive. Elon thought, we must make cars for more people. We must make them cheaper. The next cars were Model S, Model X, and later Model 3. Each step was difficult. Each car needed new factories, new machines, new designs. Elon often walked into the factory and put his hands on the cars. He thought, we must make them better. We must make them safe. The Model S was a success. It was fast, clean, and beautiful. People saw it on the streets of California, and they looked again. The car made no sound, only a quiet electric hum. Drivers said it felt smooth, light, and exciting. Elon thought, now people see. Electric cars can be better. But success did not mean peace. There were still many problems. Sometimes batteries caught fire. Sometimes production was too slow. Sometimes money almost ran out again. Elon felt the pressure. He thought, we must not stop. We must fix everything. He stayed in meetings until late at night. He woke up early and came back. He was always moving, always looking again. At the same time, SpaceX worked on the Falcon 9 rocket. This rocket was special. It could return to Earth and land. Old rockets fell into the sea and were lost. Elon thought, this is too expensive. We must reuse rockets. Many people said it was impossible. But SpaceX tried again and again. Rockets went up. Some fell and broke. Some exploded on landing. Elon looked at the fire and smoke and thought, we must try again. Finally, one rocket landed safely. It came down slowly. It stood on the pad, tall and clean. People cheered. The sound of joy filled the air. Elon smiled for a moment. He thought, this changes everything. Rockets could be cheaper now. Space travel could be more real. Elon also started other projects. He looked at traffic in Los Angeles and thought, this is terrible. We must find a way. He began the Boring Company to build tunnels. He thought about high-speed trains, called Hyperloop. He also worked with Solar City to make solar power more common. He wanted clean energy for houses, cars, and cities. Yet all of this made life heavy. Elon often looked tired. His face showed stress. He said in interviews that he did not relax much. He worked almost every day, even on weekends. He spent little time with family. Some people worried. Some said he was too extreme. But Elon thought, this is my life. I must use my time. In California, people saw Teslas on highways. In Florida, people saw rockets in the sky. Around the world, people read about Elon Musk. Some called him a genius. Some called him crazy. Elon did not stop to answer them. He only thought, we must continue. The work is not finished. By this time, he was one of the most famous entrepreneurs in the world. Children knew his name. Adults argued about him. Investors watched him closely. The weight of success was real, but Elon kept moving. He thought again and again, the future can be better. We must build it. In recent years, Elon Musk's work has reached new heights. SpaceX continues to launch rockets, sending satellites into space and resupplying the International Space Station. People watch the rockets rise with bright fire and smoke. They hear the loud engines, feel the vibration, and see the metal shine under the sunlight. Elon often watches these launches too. He feels proud but also thinks, we must do more. Mars is next. Tesla also grew quickly. The cars are now in many countries. People drive them in cities, on highways, and even in small towns. They like the quiet hum of the electric motor. They like the smooth acceleration and the clean design. Elon walks in Tesla factories, touches the metal, and looks at the screens in the cars. He thinks again, this is only the beginning. We must make it better. Elon Musk did not stop with SpaceX and Tesla. He started new ideas for the future. He built Solar City for solar power and Starlink to bring internet to remote areas. He talked about the Hyperloop, a very fast train inside a tube. He wanted cities to be clean, fast, and connected. People often said, "This is impossible." Elon thought, "Impossible only means we have not tried enough." Life is not easy for Elon Musk. The work is heavy, and the stress is high. He often sleeps only a few hours. He works late at night with coffee and quick meals. He sometimes feels tired, but he keeps moving. He thinks, time is short. We must do everything now. He looks again at his companies and his plans, because he wants each project to succeed. Even though he is famous, Elon is still a dreamer. He looks at Mars pictures and thinks, one day humans can live there. We must find a way. He sees Earth problems too. Traffic, pollution, and energy shortages make him think. He wants to make cities better. He wants to make energy clean. He wants to make transportation fast and safe. His vision is global. His goals are big. Many people admire Elon Musk. They see his rockets and cars and think, this man is changing the world. Others criticize him. They say he works too much, he speaks too loudly, or his ideas are too risky. Elon does not stop. He listens sometimes, but mostly he focuses on the future. He thinks, if we stop, nothing changes. We must continue. His story shows lessons for everyone. First, small beginnings can lead to big results. Elon started as a boy with books and dreams. Next, failure is not the end. Rockets exploded, cars broke, and banks said no. Yet he continued. Finally, dreaming big is important. Elon did not want small changes. He wanted to change energy, cars, space, and life on Earth. He looked again at each problem and tried again. Today, Elon Musk is a symbol of innovation and risk. Children read about him in schools. Adults follow his projects online. Engineers, scientists, and inventors look at his work and think, we can do more too. Elon shows that determination, vision, and hard work can change the world. He teaches people to think bigger and to act faster. Even after decades, Elon continues to push boundaries. Rockets, cars, energy, and transportation are only the start. He looks at the future, thinks of Mars, imagines cities with clean energy, and hopes people can live better. His story reminds everyone, a dream, combined with courage and action, can become real. Elon Musk's life is proof that one person can make a difference for the whole world.